What's up, fam? It's your boy Vussy Magz. Welcome back to Vussy Supreme Traders. You already know the agenda is money if you find yourself on this channel. Alright, if this is your first time in the channel, subscribe, comment, and like the video if you find the information insightful or of any impact to you, right? So today, you already saw by the title of the video, I'm going to talk about the difference between analyzing the market on your own and actually trading those setups that you get from the market, or using signals, trading using signals, right? So let's get into it. Alright, fam, so I already made a video talking about signals. So basically, to just summarize what signals are, if this is your first time, right? So signal is basically you get a trading alert from somebody telling you that, look, I'm opening this trade, you should also open this trade. Put the parameters here of the stop loss and the TP and entry, put your entry there. What type of entry should you use? Should you use a market execution, a buy stop, a sell stop, or buy limit or sell limit, and so forth, right? So in that sense, it's pretty much a laid out plan for a trade, right? You get the laid out plan for a trade from somebody who usually it's a signal provider, someone who's already experienced trader, who's already experienced in the field. So they just send out the signals to the people who are less experienced, right? But then there's always an alternative, right? You can always learn how to trade on your own, learn how to analyze, learn how to learn a strategy inside and out, so you can analyze it yourself and trade the setups yourself, right? But the thing is, we're not all the same, right? We don't have the same amount of time as the next person does, per se, right? So I might have time to, analyze my markets, look at where I'm gonna put my targets, look at where I'm gonna limit my risk and so forth before I open each and every trade. But you might start trading Forex but not have enough time to do these things. So if you're rushing through your process, obviously it's not gonna be as refined as someone who takes their time to analyze, who takes their time to look at entries and stuff like that. So all in all, I'm trying to say is Forex isn't really something that you can learn in a day, right? If you could learn this shit in a day, you'd probably have everything figured out, and not need any assistance or stuff like that. But there's a lot of things that you need to develop as a trader. You need to look at your psychological state, your emotional state, and all these type of things, which I'm not even talking about the strategy. I'm just talking about you as an individual. So that kind of shows you the amount of things that are involved in this game. So I feel like having a signal provider is only going to be of assistance to those people who don't have their emotions in check. If you know for a fact that, listen, when it comes to your money, you don't want anything messing with your money, then obviously if you start trading Forex by yourself, you're going to be a highly emotional trader. And we know that emotions don't equal to money in the market. So having a person that actually sends you out the signals would help in that sense, right? But then if you have your emotional intelligence in check and stuff like that, then you just need a strategy. But now a strategy doesn't mean that you have time. So you also have to make sure that you have enough time to actually take your time to learn, because like I said, it's not going to take you one day to learn a strategy inside and out. So you need to give yourself time, starting from the day when you were taught, or you taught yourself the strategy, until the day where you're going to be a consistent trader. So you need to have it within yourself to say, listen, I'm gonna be patient with myself. I'm gonna make mistakes, obviously, in this journey. So yeah, I need to allow myself to make those mistakes so I can learn from them and improve from them. And those mistakes, I don't know, sometimes some people can take up to a couple of months, to say the least, right? Some people take roughly a year to just get everything in check and become an all around good trader and start seeing consistent profits. So those are the things whereby now it just depends on the amount of time that you have and the resources that you have. If you do have resources, say for example, I'm gonna give you a very simple example. So say for example you want to learn how to trade Forex, right? You can either get someone to teach you how to trade Forex. The number one method I would recommend for someone who wants to learn how to trade Forex, I'd say go for someone who already has the results that you have. Go for that person, let that person teach you the ropes and let that person guide you, show you and everything, right? But then now you might be asking me, the most common question that I'm asked is, but what if I don't have the money to invest in that person for them to teach me? Because obviously a person of that caliber isn't gonna wanna just take his time and give it to you without knowing if or not you're gonna like take his knowledge serious. You're gonna wanna advance to the next level or what? Because most of the people, like, they wanna get into something for the reasons that they don't even know themselves, right? So for that reason, you need to kind of reassure that person by investing in whatever knowledge that they're saying they're gonna teach you and stuff like that, right? But beyond that, if you don't have the money now to kind of like pay for that person's services, I would say go for signals, right? Then you go for signals, you build an account, you can start it from the ground up. You literally can start with whatever amount that you have, get a good broker. I recommend XM or IC markets. Don't go for Vussy markets, don't go for JP markets, is closed, but don't say I told you guys this, but I told you guys this, so whatever. Alright, so now you can fund an account, get signals. Once you get signals, now it's a pretty easy thing to apply signals. It's not something that you can like mistake. It's a plug and play type of thing. You just take those settings, apply them on your platform, then you can start growing that account until eventually maybe you can afford that service that that person is selling, right? And then you can buy the service, and then now you can learn the whole thing and start analyzing and making your own signals, and now you are a consistent trader. So that's solution A. We've already made a solution for you, right? Now I'm gonna talk about someone totally different. So the person I'm gonna talk about now is someone who doesn't have the time. They have the resources, they might in some cases they might even have the strategy, they might even like have that consistency, but they just don't have the time to analyze. So for that person, you just gotta go for the signals, and then all you gotta do with the signals is just make sure your phone is not on silent, fam. So that's pretty much the only two ways you can go about this. Because even if you don't have the strategy and the knowledge and stuff, if you don't have the passion for what you're doing, I don't think you're gonna succeed in this game. You also need to have that ambition of wanting to succeed. So if you don't have those things and you also don't have the time, then just go for signals. Use it as a side income, because that's how it's gonna benefit you, unless you're really in it full time. So if you're not in it full time, go for signals. If you're in it full time, go for signals until you can afford a course. Get a course, and then that's gonna build you from the ground up, and then now you're gonna become a consistent trader and a profitable one on your own. Alright, so that's all I had to say to you guys today. The weather's kind of weird, because I know, but this time I still have lighting in my place, so I just figured, you know what, it's a Friday, there's nothing to do, let me just, before I start going out, let me just hit you guys with this video. I hope you appreciate it, and subscribe if you did. If you found the information helpful, obviously you have to subscribe so I can keep making these videos for y'all. Like the video, comment. I will see you guys on the next one. Alright, peace out.